Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. If you are new, welcome. And if you're not new, thank you so much for coming back for another live chat on my channel. Tonight we are talking about the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. The last time I checked my poll, which was about 20 minutes ago, this was in the lead by a few votes. So of course we're going into this one this evening and we're going to do two looks. Of course I do one look on one eye, another look on the other eye, and we're going to chat about makeup and all the fun stuff. So if you want to see all of that, then definitely stay tuned if you're watching the replay. And if you are coming on live, then thank you so much. I appreciate you joining me and spending a little bit of your evening with me this evening. All right, so I'm just going to finish up prepping my eyes, carve out my brows, things like that, while we wait on, people to start arriving into the live. Okay, where is that brow pen? Okay. Hello. Oh, I'm not even on the chat portion. Whoops. Okay, cool. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday evening to you. I'm just using my ABH brow pen to add a little bit of dimension in these brows where I don't really have too many hairs. Hi, Maria. How's it going? How's your Monday going? Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Hi, Venice. How are you? Oh, I understand that. Thankfully, my baby's still at the point where she goes to bed before 8. So, so I understand. But thank you for stopping by. I was looking at your video this afternoon about the hourglass thing that is slipping my mind. The trio, the loom sheer trio. Yes. Oh, yes. Hi, Chai. How are you? Yes, getting a little bit fancy. Yes, that's cool, Maria. I did take out our turkey today and put it in the refrigerator. So the process begins. Okay. Chai, did your foundation come in? Venice, how old are your children? If you don't mind saying. If you guys don't feel like answering, because internet can be a little interesting sometimes. Okay. Yeah, I think it's a loom sheer trio. And I just hear great things about it. I really do. And too bad it just won't show up on me at all. But it looked nice on you. It really did. So concealer, concealer, concealer. All right, I have, okay. Okay. How do you like the eyeshadow, or did you try it yet? Eight going on 18. That's funny. And sun is 4. That's nice. That's nice. I think Jada is working on crawling right now. She just flails her little legs around until she doesn't, she gets tired and starts crying. All right, Venice, I'll see you later. Thanks for coming by. Okay, 24 and 30. That's nice. You get to spend the Thanksgiving with them and stuff. Make them some collard greens. Yeah, we're not having any greens. I'm not making any, so I feel like I'm making enough. Gotta be happy with what we got, right? Hi, Julia. How are you? Thank you for coming through. Okay. Yeah. I always try whenever I get product in, even if I'm not going to use it, I always open it and swatch a few. I feel like I have, it's like an obligation. So my brush set didn't come in today from Muse Beauty Pro. It didn't come in after I raved about the fantastic shipping. I mean, it shipped quickly, so it's not their fault, but I was raving to you guys about how fast I get the stuff when Muse ships something and then it's delayed. So yeah. Okay, good. So hopefully this video helps you. Um, thank you very much. I did not even mention it. So thank you for that reminder, Colette. I'm wearing the Guerlain L'Essential. Sometimes, flip mine. Guerlain L'Essential Foundation in 055 neutral. So, and then my powder that I powdered down everything with is the medium dark or medium deep 4 from Pat. And then the concealer is my same that I've been using for the past few days, Smashbox in medium dark golden warm or something, warm golden. So, oh yeah, Chai, that is some full coverage stuff. Like less than 1 pump and you're good, like half, and build up from there. Oh my gosh. Do you like it? Chai, do you like the foundation? Hopefully you do. I really like it. It smells beautiful. Okay, so Julia, you got your Gucci bronzer. I have not. I think I told you guys I didn't purchase that. I was thinking about it, and I said, "Hold on, girl." Okay, did it ship out already? They ship so quickly. The Esom, the brush collaboration. So it must have been, well, it had to have been some hold up with the USPS, but I'm quite sure I will get mine in the mail tomorrow along with my Pat order. So that's exciting. Okay. All right. So I don't have anything else on my face. I haven't bronzed or blushed or anything like that as per the usual. So I just put on the Fenty primer. I'm going to do concealer today on my lids. I'm going to use this lighter one. It's by Milani. I'm trying to go through my concealers. I have like a whole jar of concealers. I don't know how that's going to happen, me going through. It was so full. Yeah. Yeah, that's some full coverage stuff, man. It really is. So you'd certainly have to like full coverage, but I like it. Did you notice the smell that I told you about? Did you notice that smell? Yeah, because that didn't, at least I think so. The Danessa Myricks Foundation, it has some sort of scent. And I think it's a little bit floral, a little bit powder. I'm not that big of a fan, though. Yes, you smelled it. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I like the way Fenty smells better than that. I like Fenty smell. That one, I'm okay. All right. So let's talk about this palette. I was kind of surprised that you guys chose, if you were able to vote in the poll, that this was, front and center. Like, I wasn't even going to buy this palette. Quite honestly, it's not one of my favorites. I mean, the quality is great. I'm just not the biggest fan of the color story, but if you are, I think you'd really enjoy it. So let's get into it. You warned me. Yeah. Yes, I'm going to get some more Gucci lips. I think in our last live, we were talking about which ones, like Agatha Orange, and somebody said Three Wise Girls or something like that. And then, okay, you voted for it? Okay. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, it's good quality. I know I purchased it with the purpose of coming to my channel and doing a review, and I never did. This was like right when I found out I was pregnant, so that whole thing. So yeah. All right. There are so many options. What are we going to do? So for me, I really only have like these three deepening shades, like this dark green and another dark green, and then this dark blue here. So Julie, are you asking me if I would do a blue or green? I have not gotten that adventurous. I don't even own any. The most dramatic I own is a really, really dark purple. So I probably wouldn't. Wow. Chai said she owns 11 Gucci lipsticks. Wow. I'm sure they must be good though. So are they all matte, or do you do the matte and the satin? Trying to think about what I'm gonna do with this palette. Okay. I think we have a little game plan, or I have a little game plan here. So I'm gonna go in with the darkest shade. This palette is when Natasha Denona did a lot of those cream to powder shades. And with the cream to powder shades, they look really deep in the pan, but then they don't appear that deep, at least not on me. Only matte for you. Okay. I think this one I have, Penny Beige, it's a satin. So do you know if the shades are the same, like the number and the name in satin as the same as, the matte? I was just curious because I thought I saw a 104 in the matte version, but I didn't pick that up. I got satin. Oh, really? Okay. Deep dive in rhodium. Okay. That is a good idea, Nicole. And that is helpful because the pan sizes are the same. Let me turn this off. Okay, go on. Sorry about that. The pan sizes are the same, so that is a good idea. So I'm going to go into this dark blue. Let me get that. I'll get that label off of there. The dark blue shade here. Okay. So I'm going to go into this eye, and that dark blue shade is called Enigma. And here we go. I'm just going to put this right down on my concealer, directly, without doing a blend out shade, because I want to get as much depth as possible. It's very pretty. But what I find is that as you blend, it'll lighten up, of course. So I don't know. It's different. So you guys can see that, how I put it down darker and then it kind of lightened up. Or you let me know if you can see it. I can see it. I don't know if you can. They smell so good, creamy, and feel good. Okay. Okay. What is that? A bird? Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, that's helpful. That the colors are in both the satin and the matte. Because like Pat, she doesn't have the same, at least I don't think she has the same colors in her matte formula as in her Luxe formula. That's helpful. Hi, Nikki. How are you? All right, I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush with nothing on it, and I'm going to blend this out. I was curious. Okay. All right. I was thinking that too, Chai. I was curious. Do you guys have any brushes from Scott Barnes? They're synthetic. They have interesting shapes, and I was thinking about making a purchase, but then I was like, let me get some more advice, or ask some more questions before I purchase. Okay, I'm gonna go with. Hopefully, I don't regret this. I'm gonna go with this brown next to the blue. It's called Pure. I need to get rid of this plastic insert. All right. And I'm going to put this above the blue shade to do some more blending. Okay. Yeah, his palettes looked interesting. I never purchased anything. And he's having a 30% off sale right now, but it's like, well, I'll see. People keep mentioning this Natasha Denona Black Friday. So I'm just going to see what happens because I did not pay attention last year to see what was special. I think someone said here she had like a buy one, get two or something like that. All right, so that blended out quite nicely. It was blending out well on its own, but I like even more when I use this shade here. The pure shade. Yeah. So that blends out nicely. But like I told you guys, that depth that I had in the beginning it's lightened up quite a bit. So I guess I could just pack on some more Enigma. There we go. And get the depth back. So I guess that's all you gotta do. Okay. And you said you love the products you purchased. A contour cheek palette, but nothing. Oh, found out about him. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what about him was found. Oh my gosh. There's always something, it seems like, that just kind of messes things up. So Nikki, I'm trying to do better with this because I know people watch a replay and want to know what I'm talking about. So you like the Metropolis, but the shade quality is inconsistent. So everything that I've used, I will admit I have not used every shade of this palette. I think has performed fine, but I just don't think that the dark shades are dark enough for me and they blend out very lightly on my skin tone. So this palette just really is not my favorite just because of um, the shade selection. But I haven't had any issues with quality. And I hadn't heard about people having issues with quality. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Oh, a free 5-pan cranberry. Okay. All right, so that looks nice. Just repack the blue if you want some more depth. Or, like Nicole said, swap out the pans for something else. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go with, I want to use, what do you want to use, Ashley? We did this before. We did this on Saturday, going back and forth, hemming and hawing. Okay, you heard patchy. Okay, Yeah, I don't know. We'll see tonight as much as we can because there's so many. All right, I think I want to use this green. It looks teal, so I guess it's like a tealish blue shade, but on the screen it looks pretty blue. So we'll use that on the lids. I think I'm gonna do it all over the lid and go back in with like a halo something or another. So I'm gonna use the glitter glue. And so, Nikki, since it's not my favorite, I will say I haven't used it like a whole bunch either. So I used it a few times when I first got it. I probably used it like 4 times when I first got it. And then earlier this year, I used it a couple times. So, and here we are again. Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of the color story. Maybe if it was 2 different palettes or something, because I feel like there's this one portion of the palette here that is just really pretty, and then all this warmth. So yeah. Okay, so let's go in, and that shade is called Jubilee. It looks really pretty in the pan. Oh, this looks really pretty. Okay, here we go. That's really pretty. Do you guys have any of her like 28 pan palettes, like the original things that she came out with? I certainly do not. Like that blue green, and I think it's what it's called, blue green and or red brown, or green brown. I don't know. And then the star palette. I don't have those. Okay, that looks really pretty. That looks really pretty. It looks like a really nice, I don't know. It looks like to me, like a forest green, but it has little specks of like purple. It's got some specks of silver in there. This is a pretty shade. It's probably coming up a little bit more blue for you guys. I don't know, but for me, it's looking real nice and green. Okay. And next I'm going to take my MAC 242. I'm going to get a shade out of here. Oh, obviously, come on, girl. I'm going to get a shade out of this palette. It's going to be Penny. Yes, a mini would be good. It's this shade here. It looks really shiny in the pan. I think it's going to look really pretty on top. I'm going to spray this with a brush. Spray my brush. Golly, what is going on here? It looks teal to you? Okay. How do I miss all these comments? You have them. Okay. So how do you like those? I feel like it would just be so much, but I feel like, I don't know, everything is a lot when you take into account my entire collection. No. Okay. Green, brown, purple, blue, and star. You love them. Okay. Oh, I don't have on any eyeliner, sir, or person. But thanks. Okay. So this shade is really pretty. It's layering on top of that shade, that other shade very nicely. What kind of name is that, bro? Who does that? Okay, this is pretty. And so I sprayed it and it got really intense in the center. And then as I pat out, it's just like fading nicely into this beautiful, wow, this is pretty. That's pretty. All right, I will think of another adjective to use. That's a very nice color combination. Oh, I just dropped my brush. Okay, use this one. Okay, a little fallout. Okay, and so for the inner corner, because I think that just looks really nice as it is, and for some reason it reminds me of Jasmine from Aladdin. Okay, like her outfit and stuff. Okay, yes, I purchased the Tropic. I purchased the Tropic. Well, I think it's still on sale or something. It's on sale on Sephora, and I purchased it, and it's cool. But so I haven't seen very many reviews of it just because I haven't searched them out, and I wasn't into Natasha Denona when that palette came out. So so yeah, it's okay. Not my favorite. All right, what shade did I just pick up? I picked up Imperia. It's like more like a yellow gold right here. And I'm going to spray the brush and put that on the inner corner. Or on the, yes, the inner corner. Okay. I will use the same shade. Oh no, I don't think I want to use the same shade on my brow bone. That's pretty light. Okay, I thought that. Interesting. Get ready with me. That would be. I thought about putting that on, but I haven't. I hadn't seen much, talk about it, so I didn't even know how many people will be interested in that one. So the formula for me has been okay. So I had mentioned, lovely, that the cream to powder shades blend out lighter than they appear in the pan. So for me, that's a little bit of a downside. But as always, like the metallics and things like that, they work really nicely. Okay, so for my brow bone, I'm going to go in with this, like this, the only light champagne shade in the palette. And I think it is a metallic. It is. So it should be like a nice smooth application. Oh, my brow. Girl almost did the wrong eye brow bone. That's pretty. Okay. I like that. I'll go in on my lower lash line with, let's try this dark blue down here. I don't even know if I've ever used this shade. It's called Symbol. Do you guys keep these little inserts? I glued mine to the back of my palette for all my other ones. I just haven't had the chance to do it on this one. So that's interesting because we use two different shades, but I feel like this shade, the shade up top and the shade down below look quite similar. Maybe a very subtle difference, but not a big difference at all. I'm going to take the same brown shade here that we use. You cut yours out. Yeah. I like to keep them for, to have the name and the names of the shades, but it's annoying. So I just glue it on the back. So maybe I'll do that tonight for this one. Okay. And just do more blending up there. Okay. I think that's cute for that eye. Oh, and thank you, Chai. All right, so now on to the next eye. So I do want to go in with the deepest brown shade in the palette just so you guys can see what it looks like. This is Antique down there. Okay. And it comes on nice and deep onto the brush, but let's see. And then, so I laid that down. I'm going to blend out. I know. What in, okay, thank you, Lord. What in the world is this mess? Okay. So, okay. Quick pivot. So that's what that shade looks like on me when I just laid it down and then did a little bit of blending. I guess if I keep packing it on, it would deepen. It's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. With all the shades that I have in my collection, of course, I can find something deeper. However, there are a lot of shades in this palette, so I think there was room for some more, some darker shades. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Colette. Yeah, I clicked on blocking. I clicked block the person. I guess people don't have anything else to do, obviously. But it blends out nicely. So if you want a little nice light, I agree, Nicole. Yes. And so that was a great idea that you said, just swap out a couple from another palette and make your perfect palette. But yeah. So yeah, hi Victoria, whenever I would use this palette, I always found myself jumping into this dark green, and you can see that it has a dent in it because that's how I would get some depth with the palette. So I'll do that now after I add more. Okay, so I'll just go with the same brush, and that shade is called Troop. And I'm just gonna go right here on top in the corner. And actually, it's layered on top. It's giving a little green hint, but actually it's not giving too much of a depth, actually. So maybe I'm misremembering that. I'll have to go into the other. Doing a lot of layering on this eye. So that looks like an army green type effect. I'm wiping off my brush and blending more. All right, so that's blended nicely. Okay, so for my depth, I'm just gonna have to go into the dark green, and it's gonna be Royal. Royal is the dark green in the palette, right there. Okay. And I'm going to try to keep this lower down here. Yes. Does she have any blacks at all other than in the Biba? I think that's it. I mean, at least that I can remember. I don't even think she has like black in the glam. So I know I said I was trying to keep that low, but okay. Yeah. She doesn't have a single black eyeshadow. Yeah, hopefully Metropolis does. It's a very at least from what I've heard, very popular. A lot of people like it. Oh, she sells it as a single. Okay. So you guys, there's the depth that I'm getting with that. So it's cool. All right. um, so now there's a lot of options, a lot of green and a lot of gold. So that's what we're going to use on this one, on this eye. Let's see. I think I will go in with what shade is this? This one right here. It's called Shield. That's true. You only need one black, one good one. Because yeah, I don't really use them that much, anyways. Use blacks very often, anyways, either. So it's not necessary, I guess. I'm gonna put my glitter glue down. I guess I've kind of shied away from all the warm shades in the palette. Whoops. So I feel like there's a lot of warmth in this palette. Yeah, black is a good deepener, so that's basically all I used. I mean, I guess that's the only option you have, like in the Wayne Goss palette. Oh no, she didn't. Somebody help me. What is? Oh Lord. Oh God. Oh my Lord. Okay. So I'm gonna, like I said, go into that shade. These people this evening. And I'm putting that on like the outer third. So it's like a greenish, greenish gold. I'm still laughing at that person, y'all. He said yucky. Or whoever it is. Seriously. Yucky color. All right. And then I'm going to see what this shade here called Mace. It's like more bronzy. So hopefully it doesn't mess up what I was trying to do. We're going to see what it's like. Hey. No, that's different. But so they're really two different. Okay, they're really two different tones. I know. I'm like, come on. And I've only. Hey. Okay, so I'm like, if they're on my live doing that, then I can only imagine what, other people, what, kind of comments other people get. So that is interesting. So it's got the dark or the greenish going into the greenish gold going into a bronze. It's interesting. Yes, there we go. Copper. It is copper. And then I want to, so those are metallics, I think. Yeah, they're both metallics that I just used. Let's see, we've got some chroma crystals in here. I think I'm going to go in with Orium. Are there do you guys know if there are repeat shades in here? Because I feel like Orium sounds very familiar, like it was in the gold palette, but maybe not. And this is a duochrome. I'm going to pat this over top of both of those shades to, blend them together and get more of a, you know what I mean, blend the two so that there's a seamless transition. Oh, thank you. I have enjoyed it. So yesterday I wore it all day and it worked really nicely. I did have I had it on for over 12 hours and I had some shine on my forehead that was noticeable. And I had some of it wearing towards the bottom of my face, but Jada was knocking me in the face several times. so I wouldn't attribute that to the foundation. I would attribute that to my child. Okay, and so for the inner corner, because I was trying to decide what to do for that, the inner portion. Oh, yes, I do have the gold palette. That was my first Natasha Denona palette, and I do like it. What am I going to do on the inner portion? Okay, let's see what this one looks like. That's too dark. That's pretty. Okay. So let's go ahead and use Fuse. That is this shade here. Right? This one. Okay. Okay. So I've done a lot with this eye. It's like a lot of underlying colors, but I'm going to go back into Orium and put that on the seam between that copper shade and the gold shade that we just added so it can bridge the three together. Okay. All right. I like these little topper shades that she puts in because they're pretty, they're nice and they're very sparkly and stuff, and they're just good for things like that. Do I have a favorite Natasha Denona palette? I would have to say, I think I'm going to say Lila. Wait, I have to think about it. I'm thinking, I just looked back there. I think it might be Lila, just because I really enjoy the purples and things like that. And it's not real purple. Like you've got some other shades in there that you can just put on and be gone. Like, one and done type shades. And some can be done for every day and stuff like that. And I really like purple. So yeah, I like that one. But then I also really like the bronze. I also really like the glam. And I really like B, but see, I don't think I'll ever. Yeah, I said that too. I did say that a while ago, that because I think I had heard about Pat McGrath and stuff, and I was like, I'm never spending that much money on a palette. And every palette later, here I am. So yeah, it's just, to each his own. To each his own. So I'm gonna use. Do you have a favorite, Molly? I always want to ask you guys too. Yeah, let me know. Do you have a favorite? All of you guys, let me know your favorite Natasha Denona palette. I certainly cannot. I think Sunset is probably at the bottom. Yeah, I certainly did say the same thing. I was like, $129. Oh, please. You know how many other palettes I could buy? I was like, oh, interesting. This is beautiful. Nicole, you said you bought the Divine Rose 2 for $32. Oh, I'm like, I mean, that's good. $32. Your favorite is Leland Co. Okay. Victoria, you said your favorite is gold. Okay. Yeah, Molly. Yep, definitely look for a sale and stuff. So, did you guys see all those sales that Sephora is doing, like one a week? They're just doing the most for me. Yes, so I agree. Melted butter princess. Well, I mean, I won't say I agree because obviously I buy them, but I feel you. Um, so I'm happy she started doing like the $65 ones and stuff. Seems like she's at least this year. Did she? I think she only released one full size this year, which was the Trio Chrome palette, and then she did the two smaller ones or three smaller ones. Yes, me too. Me too, Molly. So I was gonna do a poll yesterday of all Pat, and I was like, these people are probably gonna be like, "Girl, get off of Pat McGrath." So I had to throw in the other two. Okay, so I think we're pretty much done with this eye. It's an interesting eye. I think because I picked some shades that they're all beautiful on their own, but maybe they didn't look the greatest right next to each other, at least not in my opinion. That Orium really just brought them all together. That nice chroma crystal that doesn't have a strong metallic base, but it's really a lot of sparkle and shine, and it just, brings it together. That's what I like those shades for, of course, and just using them on their own too. Love. Oh, love. I forgot about the love palette. I mean, it wouldn't be in my favorite, but yeah, that's a nice one too. Especially if you like pink. You redeemed your points on my points. What's my points, Nicole? I've never heard of that. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with some eye pencil. I'm gonna use Black Coffee from Pat McGrath. And I'm lining my waterline with that on this side. And I'm gonna do close to my lash line liner over here with the same pencil. Okay. And I can see I have some fallout over on this eye. As much as I feel like I went through with layering and all that, playing around with the colors, I think I really like this eye. I really like this eye, the way it turned out. Looking for my eyeliner, my liquid eyeliner. Okay. And I'm going to do a slim line close to my lash line. I think it would look really pretty with a nice thicker wing, but because I don't wear lashes, I do a thinner line. Unless I get overzealous, then it turns thick. Okay. I'm going to take my infallible pencil can open it, okay. And do a little waterline work there and on my upper lid as well. All right. Get that depth right at the lash line. And same old Dark Star mascara. This is pretty. That's really, really beautiful. Okay. All right. I could probably go and add more layers, but I'll leave that where it is for now. Before I do my lower lash line, I'm going to just make sure all the fallout has been knocked away. It's not a lot though. Glitter glue helps out with that. Okay. Oh, and I didn't put on anything on the inner corner over on this eye here. So let's see how that chroma crystal shade looks on the inner corner. Orium. So I'm going to put my brush in there and then spray it. Yeah, I think this is in the gold palette. I mean, yeah, I think this is in the gold palette. But I could be wrong. But it has a nice like green like shift to it, I think. Yeah, this is a duochrome. She has this listed as a duochrome. It's not a chroma crystal. I called it that, but I think she only has one chroma crystal in this palette. Okay. So I think that we're done with the eyes. Yeah, this is it. I think it looks pretty. Now, so, I think if you like the color story, then I think you would enjoy the palette. I already mentioned the things that I wish were different about the palette, things that I don't care for about the palette. But the formula is not an issue for me from what I've tried and experienced so far. Okay. So I was going to do the rest of my face here just to complete the look. So I decided to pull out this Gargantuan Sephora Pro face palette. Yes, in the darkest shade, Deep. I think they had 3 shades of this. I hope it's still available because I don't want to show things that aren't available, but this is what it looks like. Looks practically brand new. But yeah, I've had it for a while. I'm going to go into Jet Setter and see how that one performs on me because I don't really remember at the moment. And I'm going to use my Sonia G Sculpt 2. So yeah, I get some bronzing with this one, so that's good. Thank you. Thank you very much. I wanted to put on the poll some of Pat's the smaller palettes, the mini motherships, the 6 pans, but everything is sold out on her site except Rose Decadence, which was quite surprising to me. Every 6-pan palette is sold out on her website. Okay. All right, so that looks nice. And then Epic, that's this dark shade here, would be, a nice contour. I guess I can do a little bit of it. Oh, it's on sale at Sephora? Okay. Also, I'd ask, did you guys see the sales each week that Sephora is supposed to be doing? It's just a lot. They're doing a lot, man. So I think this first week of December it is 20, 15, 15 or $25 off of $75 in a purchase. And then the next week it's 2 to 4 times points on purchases. And then the week after it's something else. And then the week after that it's 20% off of sale price or, sale items. It's a lot to keep track of. And a lot of orders to be placing. Okay, I've done enough. Okay. All right, and so I think I'll go ahead and use After Party. I'm asking you guys After Party? I think I'll use that one on the cheeks. I think that's like a nice shade to use with all this color. Hopefully. I'm going to use the Cheek Pro and just grab some. It's a like glowy blush, so not trying to go too ham. Okay. I meant to ask Nikki, I don't know if she's still in here in the chat, if she had gotten her Pat highlighter yet. Mine's supposed to be here tomorrow, so we can use that on tomorrow if it comes. Oh, good night, Nicole. Thank you for coming. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for that comment. Okay. Oh, okay. He saw the email and got mad. Yeah, have a good night, Nicole. Yeah, that's just they're doing a lot, man. Can you just do one sale for the 3 weeks or something? Like you do they want people coming back. I mean, hey, they're a business, so that's what they're gonna do. So for the highlights, I guess I'll use the same palette and then do some lippies, and I will let you all be on your way. So the highlighter, I'm gonna use the gold one called LA. And I think with these highlighters that it's better on top of okay, never mind. I was gonna say they're better on top of like a cream base, or maybe if I sprayed my brush, that type of thing. But I think it goes on nicely. Yeah, I think it's going on nicely. That's pretty. And I said I was gonna come up with another synonym. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, darling. Okay. Hopefully I wasn't just covering the camera. Sorry about that. So I will buff that out because I feel like there's a little bit of a harsh line, but that's that. And then for lips, something neutral, or I mean nude. What is this? Focused? I had something. I'll just use the Gucci lipstick that I just picked up in Penny Beige. This is the satin formula. Wipe off my Laneige. Use Deep Dive for a lip liner. Definitely need a lip liner with this shade. Yeah, this is quite nude. But I'll get another shade. I'll get another shade of this lipstick. And I'm going to add something else to it. This is Focused from Propa Beauty. And I think it'll look nice to blend the two together. The lip liner and the lipstick. There we go. So it's okay. I don't care for the lip that much, but I'm not going to sit here and keep reapplying new lip products. Yeah, so that's it. I'm going to do some buffing real quick. And hopefully tomorrow we'll be playing with some pat quads, or a pat quad. Okay. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you. Thank you. I always show you guys one eye than the other. So let me show you this one. Let me just pull this back and then the other one. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. This was really fun. Yeah, it's up to you whether you like the palette. If you like the color story, then I would say go for it because it gets a lot of positive reviews. From my understanding. But then I heard Nikki say and some others that there were some concerns about patchiness and blendability of the shades. So yeah, look for more reviews, I guess. But yeah, so I will take a picture of my look as usual and put it on the community tab and look for the Pat McGrath quads tomorrow. Oh, you do melted butter princess. Yes, I do as well. They're really nice. I want to get some more. I purchased, I think I have 4 of them. So there's some other shades that I want to try. And yeah, thank you, Molly. Thank you. Thank you. All right, you guys. Well, I am going to head out and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. If you enjoyed this chat, please don't forget to like it. I forgot to say that earlier. And if you're not subscribed already, then please subscribe. Please subscribe. I would love to, have you be a part of my area of the YouTube, hemisphere. So I will talk to you all really, really soon and hopefully talk to you tomorrow night. Bye, guys.